guys, and welcome back today for a brand new video. I am so excited because we are talking about the Darth Vader palette from Colourpop today. I'm going to be sharing with you guys how I got this look using the palette. I'm also going to do swatch comparisons to the Mandalorian and the Child palette, and talk to you guys a bit about the formula on this one. So if that sounds good and you're excited, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, Colourpop just released this brand new palette and I am so excited for this one. No, I am not a Star Wars fan. I've actually never even seen Star Wars all the way through, but I can tell you the Child palette is one of my favorites in my entire makeup collection. I love this little guy. I use it all of the time, and then they recently came out with the Mandalorian palette, which I also adore and also love. So when I saw they were doing the Star Wars Darth Vader version, I was very, very excited because these palettes have been so great and I love all that they came out with so far. So I was really excited to see them coming out with this one. So as I'm filming this right now, this palette is available on Colourpop's website. It does retail for $16. This is called the Darth Vader palette, and packaging very cute on this one. I feel like the packaging with all three of these palettes has really just been so great. Not even being a Star Wars fan, I feel like these palettes are really nice and they look like collectibles to me. So it is a 9-pan palette similar to the other two. You do have the 9 colors on the inside. You have a mirror with some graphics there, and then here is what the back of the palette looks like. The color story that they selected of this seems very true to Darth Vader. I know I'm not a fan, so I can't like truly speak on that, but I like that they added the pop of red. I think it made it kind of fun for the what are these called? Lightsabers. So I think that's fun that they added the red in there and then still kind of kept it cool toned, kept to the true colors of Darth Vader, but I think that was a cool touch that they added just that pop in there for something different. Here is a close look at all of the swatches of the palette. It's swatched very, very pretty. I am particularly excited about these two shades. They're kind of like gunmetal shades that I think look really cool. This gold is also very beautiful in the palette as well. I'm excited to try these out on the eyes. I wanted to show you some side-by-sides of the Darth Vader palette next to the Mandalorian and also the Child palette. So here we have the Mandalorian palette. So these are a little bit more similar than I thought they were looking at them. Obviously they have their differences, but they definitely do complement each other nicely. There is one shade in particular that I think looks pretty similar in both palettes. That is this shade right here called Battle Station in the new Darth Vader palette, next to the shade down at the bottom called Mythosaur. I think those do look pretty similar, and you'll see in my swatches as well that they do look pretty close in color. And then here is the Darth Vader palette next to the Child palette. So as you can tell, these two are obviously not comparable at all, but they do complement each other, I think, really well. And then here are swatches of both of those palettes next to each other. Hopefully you found the swatches and the comparisons helpful with this one. I did do this eye look, and I will say that the formula on this one feels very, very close to the other two palettes. I don't know what it is about these Star Wars palettes, but they've really done a good job with this formula. There's like almost something special to it where it just creates like this really, really easy to use, very pigmented, very beautiful shimmer, and also the mattes in here are really, really blendable, very nice as well. I also wanted to shout out these earrings that Colourpop actually sent over with the palette. So they sent over these earrings from Girls Crew, and they're really cute. So they're little Star Wars earrings. See if you guys can see them right there. They're different on each ear, but I thought these were really cute and they feel really nice. So if you're a Star Wars fan, definitely check these out. It's a little set. It's from Girls Crew. I'll link that down below for you guys, and thank you to Colourpop for sending these over with the palette. So if you guys are ready, let's get into me trying this one out on the eyes. I already prepped my eyes with some of my undercover concealer from CoverGirl. I do have a little bit of mascara on because I did get this palette after I'd already done a light makeup for the day. So we do have a little bit of mascara, but that's okay. It's not a ton, so I feel like we can work around it. I am going to be using Colourpop brushes. I've mentioned before, but Colourpop has amazing, amazing brushes, so I'm going to be using some of their brush roll today to get this eye look. I am going to take the E2 brush, and I'm going to go into the shade right here, Imperial Forces, and I am going to start to carve this into my crease and begin to blend it out. I love these cool tone shades, so this is like my type of color right here. I love this like taupey shade. It is pretty similar to the one that's in the other palette from them, the Mandalorian. So I'm sure I showed you guys swatches, but it does look pretty similar to that shade that is in that palette, which I love that shade in there as well. So I am just gonna keep building that up. It is blending nicely. I have to say that the Child palette and also the Mandalorian palette, I feel like the formula is so good in those. So I'm really excited to see the formula in here and see if it is similar. After building that up a little bit, I am going to go into the shade Battle Station right here. Just to further deepen that, I'm just going to take this right here in the crease and then begin to sweep it in. This is just going to kind of help build a little bit more definition. When I am holding my brush, I like to hold it pretty low when I'm using shades like this because I feel like it really does give it a little bit more of a diffused look if you're a little bit lighter with your brush. So I'm like kind of barely holding it, and I hold it really low down on the brush handle, so that kind of helps me get a little bit more control too. My skin has been so dry right here. I have like a giant dry patch, but I feel like that right there, just these two shades would be such a pretty matte look. But I am going to continue to build this up. I'm going to go into the shade Empire down here, and we're going to just make this a little bit more smoky, a little bit more dramatic. So I'm just going to keep with the same brush. I'm going to tap this shade first, and then again start to blend it out here. I'm going to focus this a little bit more just on the outer edge. That shade is really, really nice. I feel like it's the perfect amount of like blue and black mixed together to where it's like not too deep. It's like the perfect color to complement those other two that we put on. I am going to start to drag this a little bit down on my lower lash line here as well. I'm going to grab the E13, which is a flat shader brush, and we're going to go into the shade Death Star right here, and we're going to pack that onto the lid. So we're just gonna build that right on top. Ooh, that has really pretty reflect to it. I'm loving this. This would be such a good like New Year's Eve. I know we're well past New Year's, but this would be such a pretty New Year's look. Very pigmented, very nice. I like that color a lot. So I'm gonna go ahead and add it obviously on this side as well. This is a dry brush too, no additional wetness on here or anything. All right, I'm going to pick up a little bit of the shade Stormtrooper right here in the front, and I'm going to just pop this in the inner corner. I'm just using another E4 brush to do this, so just right here on the inner corner, we're going to put a little bit of that color just to give us a little something right there. I'm actually going to grab my finger because this is one of like the Super Shock shades, and I feel like it's not really applying full opacity with the brush. I feel like it does apply better, yeah, with my fingers, so give us a little bit of pop right there. I'm gonna bring a tiny bit of that on my brow bone as well. And then for lower lash, I'm gonna grab this first shade that we used, and I'm just gonna add a little bit more of that to the front of my lash as well. I'm going to add another coat of mascara, but this is the eye look. I think it turned out really, really pretty. I love these like gunmetal shades. After mascara, here is my eyes all finished. Love, love, love the way this turned out. Getting into my final thoughts on the Darth Vader palette. I think if you enjoyed the other two, you're gonna love this one as well. Quality seems just the same, which I'm so excited about. And I think it's a really great complementary palette to the other two palettes. I can see myself mixing and matching with both of the other palettes, but even if you don't have the other two, I do think you would be really happy if you did add this to your collection. I really like the color story for this one. Like I said, I love that they put that fun red in there, although I didn't use it. I think I can see myself using it, and I love that it's like a little bit more cool toned. It's still kind of grungy almost. I just really love this gunmetal like look that I did come up with, and I think all of the shadows, like I said, performed really nicely, so quality is there on this one as well. So definitely check this one out if you are interested in it. I hope you guys found this review helpful. Definitely give it a thumbs up if you did enjoy it. Again, I'm going to link it down below for you if you want to go ahead and check it out. Thank you as always for watching, and I'll see you very soon with a brand new video. Bye friends.